What if not knowing what comes next isn't really the problem, but instead the problem is how we interpret the inability to know what comes next? This is a new YouTube series. This is a brand new series of videos for me. The intention of these videos is to be a little bit more raw, a little bit more vulnerable. And in this video, I want to kind of share with you three very, very practical, very common sense, but very uncommon practice ways that I think will help you if you're at a stage of your life where you have uncertainty. Tony Robbins has a great saying. He says, the quality of a person's life, forgive me for butchering this quote, the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to how much uncertainty they can handle. Now, just to be clear, I'm not a Tony Robbins, I'm not a guru, I'm not a YouTuber, there's nothing fancy about this video. This is not polished, this is not perfect, the sound is probably questionable at best. This is not going to have overlays and graphics and fancy text. So if you've come here for that kind of content, I'm not your guy. If you, however, you want something real, something raw, something vulnerable, then I'm just going to share with you literally in a few minutes 3 things that I've found have helped me in my career. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Miles Statham Grant. I've been a speaker for the past 10 years. I've delivered events on behalf of people like Tony Robbins. I've shared the stage. I've had the privilege of sharing the stage with Stephen Bartlett, Marie Forleo, Grant Cardone. When they put these big events on, there's always the celebrities and then there's the nobodies that nobody's heard of. That's me. and I have nothing but gratefulness that they even get the opportunity to be there. So 3 things I'm going to share with you that I think you may find helpful. The first reason why I find people, including myself, just to be clear, I'm not preaching here. This is me coaching myself and maybe giving you some insight as well. First, number 1 thing that I notice a lot of people have, and I have got notes in front of me, I'm not a polished guru, I can't remember everything in my head. First thing is this addiction that we call certainty addiction. Certainty addiction. What that means is we often as human beings have an addiction to a need to know everything that's going to happen. The problem is, if you think about skydiving, use that as an example, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know, if you've never done it before, if you're going to be safe. Why do you do it though? Why do people skydive? The experience. And invariably, what happens on the other side of a skydive? Jubilation, joy, adrenaline, I want to do it again. But what does it take to actually jump? Forget the mechanics of it, forget the parachute and the safety and all. What does it take in here? What does it take? What does it take? It takes faith. It takes faith. So for me, the way that you override this certainty addiction is what I call the next step rule. The next step rule. The Chinese proverb says a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Right? I coach people who want to start as a coach. That's my primary business, is I train people to go from not having a clue to building a coaching practice. And they often come to me and say, Miles, I don't know what, should I have a website, should I have a funnel, do I need ads, all this kind of stuff? And I'm like, no. I get on a call with them. I had a call with somebody earlier and I'm like, you just need to do this next thing. And she's like, but Miles, but what happens after the next thing? Don't worry about that. It's like going to the gym and saying, what workout we're going to do tomorrow to the trainer. The trainer would say, don't worry about tomorrow's workout. Just focus on now. If you're in a driving lesson with an instructor and you're like, what happens on lesson 7? Don't worry about lesson 7, you haven't done lesson 1 yet. So the first thing we've got to do is get over this certainty addiction by doing what I call the next step rule. Second thing I found, and this is definitely for me and I'm sharing it for you, is this thing called the identity lag. Joe Dispenza talks about this concept of breaking the habit of being yourself. Great book by Maxwell Maltz called Psycho-Cybernetics. What that effectively means is we all have an identity. We often have a who we believe we are. Who we believe we are is either helping us grow, helping us move forward, or holding us back. You've got to know that what you believe about yourself, I can do that, I can't do this, you've got to be aware of that. You've got to catch it, right? Once upon a time I would say, I can't, public speaking, can't do that. And then I had to go. in front of 4 people in a room in Scotland about 12 years ago, and I was terrible. I was horrendous. Last year I delivered 134 live events all around the United Kingdom on behalf of one of my clients, spoke in front of cumulatively thousands of people. I ain't telling you that to brag, I'm telling you that because 15 or so years ago I couldn't speak in front of 4 people. And then I decided I am going to be a speaker, I will figure this out. And I made the decision, I'm going to do this. And that's what you've got to do. So you've got to do what I call the solution to the identity lag is you've got to do what we call the identity experiment, which is the cliche as it sounds, it's the fake it till you make it. It's the do something that represents a new version of you. Me doing these videos is me stepping into a new version of me. Are these videos perfect? No. Is this type of video going to get better if I do it consistently? Probably yes. But is this the best video I've ever done? No. No, of course not. And you know what's interesting as well, I've noticed about identity, what holds most people back is a fear of what other people will say. But what I've learned, here's what's really amazing, by the way, about what people say or don't say about you, is anybody that comments negatively about you. So let's say somebody comments negatively on this video. Like I've had so many comments on my videos in the past that have said, oh, this is shit, you don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what's amazing, what I've learned about that? It's the only people that say that are the people that are too afraid to get on camera. Because if you go and find their YouTube channel, they don't have videos of them on camera. So we call them keyboard warriors, don't we? Theodore Roosevelt has a great poem called The Man in the Arena. Brene Brown tells it much better than me, but he basically is saying that the man in the arena is the only one qualified to give feedback on the other men in the arena. Meaning, unless you're doing YouTube videos, commenting criticism on this video, I will not be offended, but I will also not register what you say. If a YouTuber with 3 million subscribers says, hey Miles, I saw your video, here's what I would do better if you wanted to do it better next time. Well done, great try, I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this. They'd have positive feedback to reinforce the behavior. And then they'd say, here's what you could probably do better. What do they call it? A shit sandwich, right? Something good, something bad, something good. Right? So it's about experimenting. Fake it before you make it. Just try it, test it out. You never know what might happen. Third thing is what I call discovery season. What do I mean by that? Well, I've got 2 kids, 2 beautiful children. Sage is 6. She's probably listening to me on this video right now. She's about to go to bed. And Zen, who is 3, who should hopefully be asleep, I think, right? My point is this. Kids are amazing at exploring. Kids are phenomenal at exploring. Kids want to try things out all the time. Yet as adults, we are often guilty, I am, of not being as quick to try things out. Like used to always try things new. Used to want to try things new all the time. Now I'm a little bit guilty of not so much. Now I'm a little bit guilty of, oh yeah, but that could go wrong. I think part of it's become I've become a parent, I'm a little bit more risk sensitive. But that does not mean that you have to go and do crazy adrenaline junkie stuff, but it's just about exploring. Me doing this video with you now is an exploration. And so the point that I want to add to help you to integrate this concept of discovery season, the thing that I want to help to integrate this point is you got to do this, follow the energy. Follow the energy. What do I mean by follow the energy? What that means is every single one of us has an intuition, a gut instinct. And it's telling us what to do and what not to do. Every time you don't follow your intuition, here's what I've learned. Every time I don't follow my intuition, it's like a point off my self-esteem. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. Every time I don't follow my intuition, it's like I'm saying to the universe, I don't trust myself. Or if you're a spiritual person, you're a religious person, I don't trust God. I believe God, whoever you call him, her, in their infinite wisdom, intuition, instinct, little inner voice, is telling us all the freaking time what, do that, don't do that, do this, do more of that, do less of that. Your inability to follow what it says and act on it is either going to help you move forward or it's going to hold you back. You got to decide. And look, if you've enjoyed this video and you're the kind of person that like watches the videos, listens to the podcasts, loves the motivational bit, I want to challenge you. Great mentor and friend of mine, Daniel Priestley, says, be the creator, not the consumer. Meaning, maybe start your own YouTube videos. Meaning, if you're in a career right now that you don't love, maybe consider doing something where you could actually use your knowledge to help other people. By the way, we have a life coach training that helps people do that. Helps people go from not having a clue, uncertified, to building a career and a thriving practice all within 90 days. If you want to know more about our training, I can send you a video that you can watch and we can have a phone call. Put in the chat the word coach and I'll send you that training. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful. See you next time. Bye-bye. Peace.